3.
2.
1.
Whoa.
Brilliant.
Sick.
Hello. Right. Did that laptop
Adam start, Josh.
Annoying. I'm going to 3, 2, 1 it, and then I'm going to say hello, yeah?
What laptop?
Oh!
This is going great.
Shall I just start?
Yeah.
Right. Hello. Welcome back to the back post. How you doing, Josh, Jay?
Great, thanks, Adam.
Fabulous.
Good stuff. Well, today, I was thinking, why don't we talk about football?
Ooh.
Oh,
Specifically,
he's smart, you know.
Specifically, any specific elements of the game, or
Well, maybe
No.
not talking about United, but maybe let's talk about Tottenham and Chelsea.
well, in that case, I would like to start by just saying how. Well, I've got 2 points I want to make, but I'll start off with the fact that how the fuck did Tottenham draw against Watford in the worst 0-0? Well, not the worst 0-0 in history, but you know, it was poor, and still somehow marginally close the gap onto the top 4. How did that come about?
It says everything about this season.
Yeah, mate. Like Adam just said, that's just this season, isn't it? It's just.
Which leads me on to
makes
the
no sense.
second point, which we will talk about our games, but just as a caveat, let's talk about this first. Obviously, Liverpool are one of the best teams in Europe. I'm not going to try and take that away from them, right? But how shit is this season?
Oh, it's awful.
So, would Liverpool be doing this in 2000 and in Mourinho's first season with Chelsea? If this Mourinho team existed then, if this exact Liverpool form was last season, how would they face coming up against teams that aren't currently sort of Solskjaer's bloody shit United, Mourinho's disjointed Tottenham, bloody Frank Lampard's youthful yet honestly inconsistently shit Chelsea? Like, what would happen if this Liverpool team were facing, competent football teams?
It would not be the same. You know, it's even the teams like Stoke on a rainy Tuesday night. No way Liverpool.
At the moment, you've got Bournemouth with Eddie Howe just crying at the helm. So
and saying I don't know what I'm doing in his or don't know what to do rather. Yeah, no, it's a great point. I mean, obviously, like you said, they're still amazing, but you're right. Like everyone else just isn't.
Even City, the supposed one of the best teams the Premier League's ever seen.
Yeah, just
shit. So
2-2 at Palace, like it's one of them. What else should we say? Everyone's shit. Liverpool's great.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Liverpool and Wolves were the only top half team to pick up points this season. This weekend.
Oh no!
This whole season.
What a bad season.
Yeah.
So
this weekend.
Even though Tottenham with Watford was chronologically first, we can't really get away with not starting with Red Sunday. So let's
Red Sunday.
let's get on
Sunday,
that. How did that
Sunday.
go for you?
It was honestly embarrassing. I thought the first half was worse than the second half. They moaned at everything, but I couldn't argue. My PlayStation just died. Sorry.
It's time. It's fine. You go and do you.
He's had enough. He's gonna play COD.
I pressed the button by accident. Unplug it.
And it's fine, Adam. Just leave your PlayStation running next to the mic. That'd be great.
But it's loud. It's loud. It's like
I couldn't go well.
That's the joke, because that's why the podcast we recorded 2 weeks ago never saw the light of day, because Jay had his PlayStation on for the entire of the pod.
It was just go.
But I'll put a little thing in here. This is what Jay left for me to edit.
Oh, that's great. You say it was embarrassing though, Adam, but was it not inevitable?
Well, yeah, I was angry at the end of the game, but when I did calm down, it was like we was never expected to beat them, and I do get that, but it was just bad. Like we created 2 clear chances that we
Martial's and
Pereira.
Oh God, that had to go in, didn't it?
The
I forgot
Pereira,
about that.
just
Even
all you had to do was
Sterling,
touch it.
Come from nowhere. They just outplayed us all game.
I have a feeling that even Lingard might have scored that one.
Big, that's big. That's big.
Yeah, that's a bold statement. But no, second half it was a bit better, but they could afford to sit back and sort of absorb the pressure and get us on the counter, which they did.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day, there was a fantastic save by De Gea against Mane. In my opinion, Firmino's goal should have counted.
Yeah, I was going to get onto that. I thought
Jordan Henderson smashed it against the post. So, yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good viewing.
So if we're going to talk about the Firmino goal,
okay, which we will.
Why do you think it should have counted?
Because Van Dijk's hands aren't up, and he's not bumping. He's not. They're both going for the ball, and De Gea should grab that ball, and it's not. For me, it's more of a De Gea movement than a Van Dijk movement.
Yeah, Van Dijk hasn't gone into him. He's gone up for the ball.
But his hands are above his shoulders.
They're not.
But he drops them down.
He drops
them down. He drops them down, and then he fumbles the ball just above his head. But you see it in the slow-mo.
If he'd got the ball, it'd have been a different story. Didn't he? He affected where the ball went from.
But De Gea's hands were the thing in the way, not Van Dijk's body. Like De Gea's hands are the reason he doesn't get to. For me, it was soft.
Van Dijk went for the ball.
Let's be honest. We wouldn't be sat here if that goal hadn't been counted. You wouldn't have been sat here going, "That's a travesty."
Yeah,
it definitely should have counted.
Nah,
if that hadn't been counted, I'd have been fuming.
Even Gary Neville said that it was probably.
Yeah, well, Gary Neville's a prick
he said
sometimes.
it. God, you're the prick now. but what I was gonna say as well was after it happened, the United players their aggression towards the ref, surely, and De Gea especially, surely they should have got
De Gea and Pereira should have got a yellow, absolutely for that.
Oh no,
yeah, because they went over to him and they were pointing at him, screaming.
We've been fined.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, for not controlling the players. So that happened this morning.
Still, it should have been a yellow though. That's a good thing to come out with, but it should have been a yellow at the time.
Yeah, I probably do agree with that.
But you'd also be happy with him taking the yellow. Like you'd still want him to have the go.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
I can't get on board with that.
Because Maguire was stood there. Maguire wasn't really saying much.
I was just about to say maybe we can have this conversation without showing that small clip of Maguire not being that vocal and De Gea being that vocal and then debating who should have the captaincy. But Adam's beat me to it, so I guess we're having that conversation. I don't know.
Yeah, true. It's
Maguire
a bit of a weird one,
captain not because of the fact that he was slightly quiet and didn't shout at the referee. He was still in there.
No.
It's just a 10-second clip. Like he could have been saying all sorts. You don't know what else has happened, but.
No, but also he shouldn't be the captain because he's just got there.
And also
that's my reasoning. He's been there for not even a year, and he's suddenly made captain again. The guy's been there for nearly 10 years now.
Yeah, but you don't know what De Gea's situation is, do you? Really?
Yeah, I suppose so. But for me,
to have to turn to someone that's just got there, it's a bit sad, isn't it?
I know, but let's say, for argument's sake, because we don't know that De Gea might be off at the end of the season, and that's a thing that's going to happen. I'm not saying that it is, but you never know.
Yeah.
Who is then above Maguire in that? Because for me, you never want a forward as a captain, really.
No.
Kane does it well, but I still don't particularly like it because I just think
I think
silly
it's
to have a striker as a captain.
Doesn't work.
The obvious one would be Mata, but he's not going to be playing every week.
He's not going to be playing at all. I know he's slow, and you can't have slow players against Liverpool, but he was in really good form before the Liverpool game.
Yeah,
I think it was purely for pace reasons he was dropped, but I'm pretty sure he scores that Pereira chance because he would react to it. He may not be as fast as Pereira, but I'm pretty sure he would have thought about that situation faster.
Well, that's another reason why we're not where we should be at the moment. We've not got a clear and true leader in the team.
Well, and that transcends all the way up to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, does it not? Because he is not a true and clear leader.
I agree.
Yeah. So where are we now? Where are we now with Solskjaer? Is he out? Is he in?
He's still in. He's still at the wheel, but
I saw a really good point, and I apologise because I can't remember where it was. But if Manchester United said to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'm really sorry. We've found Allegri, Simeone's agreed to come to us. Goodbye. It's, amicable sacking. Name me a Premier League a club that would take a chance on Solskjaer. Because I don't think there is
Bournemouth.
No, I don't think there's a club in the league that would go for Solskjaer.
No. Because you got to think that everyone...
Could you not say that about Lampard? They're exactly in the same boat.
Absolutely not. Because you've seen... Because he's at the start and he hasn't been relegated with Cardiff and been at Molde. He's been at Derby and Chelsea. Like, no matter what Lampard
He's
does...
been at Derby and failed to get promoted to the Premier League.
Everyone fails to get promoted with Derby. They're
it's a fucking hard thing to do.
Honestly, Pep could go to Derby. Well, probably Pep would fail at Derby. But
Lampard is not a better manager than Solskjaer. He's not.
He's
okay, right. The issue I have here is I disagree with that statement, but I will also agree that Lampard's been in for 2 years, so you can't actually say anything. I genuinely believe that Lampard is a better manager, but there isn't enough.
He'd probably there's not enough, but he'll probably
square root of fuck all. Yeah. So
but he's
go on.
But like you can see Lampard going and doing way better than Solskjaer's done.
But if you want to take,
and will continue to do.
If you want to take minus points and plus points, I guess what you'd say is that Lampard's never been relegated.
Yeah.
So
But Solskjaer's won.
Anyway, can you quickly? Okay, but fuck off. Fuck off!
Lampard could do that, mate.
Right, you two quickly discuss who's better. Oh no! My camera's just gone flying.
What's going on?
I'm back.
Sorry,
I'm back.
Good. He's back. He's made his wedding plan.
So, Adam, is there any final points you'd like to make about United v Liverpool, or have we covered it?
I think Champions League's over for us.
What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But then again, it's...
I don't know. I don't know, mate.
Are you above us? I don't even know anymore. Are you above us at the moment?
Yeah, we're fifth with 5 points behind Chelsea, who are 4th. But
we just lost to Newcastle.
Champions League's over for you, and you're 5 points off 4 with like
we're not consistent
15
enough.
games left. No one's consistent enough.
No,
Leicester
even Leicester
and
City. Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
no one knows what.
I would go. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I don't know. Like you and Spurs still have as much as a chance as Chelsea getting top 4.
We're 9 points. We're 8 points off. Where we haven't.
But that's where the league is at. The league is at where I can't say it's gonna be a fight for top 4, the top 4 in the top 4 now because of the way everyone is.
Or it's gonna be Liverpool, City, Leicester, Sheffield.
And and that'd be great for Sheffield. I just thought really quickly about the Liverpool game was Van Dijk's goal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Williams was marking Van Dijk. Like the smallest defender you have. That was a bit of a shambles.
The way we've been setting up with corners recently, it's been zonal marking, so we've not had player for player. It's been zonal, and it's just
everyone does zonal. That's not what it is anymore. Like it's not. I mean, maybe with Solskjaer it is, but it's not. It's like all big clubs hybrid mark now. It's technically zonal, but you have a danger man. Like for instance, it's zonal, but you would stay on Van Dijk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Maguire, you stay near Van Dijk.
Well, the only thing I'd say about that is, and I know this isn't how football should be, but if I'm Solskjaer, I'd maybe going, don't go on Van Dijk because we don't want that meme going around of him twatting you in the air, even though you're the most expensive defender ever.
But at least not send the smallest man near him. He was if someone was able to contest him from the start of that free kick, that might not have gone in.
Yeah. Anyway,
should we move on?
Move on. Right. So Jay, let's move on to an absolute shambles by your team.
Yeah, of course. Well, I only watched the first half, and quite luckily, I guess I only watched the first half because I had a family party to go to. But I was checking the score every 5 minutes, and I was like, great, 0-0, same as Spurs in the morning. what can I say? And then Hope's little cousin just comes over to me with the biggest grin on her face and just goes, "You just lost." And I was like, "Great, what?" Like, it was 0-0. Surely it ended 0-0 because I probably checked at 90 plus 3. And she shows me it's like 90 plus 4. Fucking Newcastle have scored. Great.
Do you know what I love about that goal?
What?
It's so shit.
It's so unavoidable.
The way he heads it into the ground, and it's just beautiful. That's why we love football, because that was shocking.
It was. It really was. It really was. And it was just we spoke about it heavily on last week's pod. Me and Adam did. We said how like it's just so weird, and we had so much control in that game, but did absolutely nothing with it. Watch the highlights. There's like every chance that they've put in is not really a great chance. We created nothing, and then at the very end we just concede this awful goal. It's just it's incredible, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and Isaac Hayden as well. Isaac fucking Hayden.
Fucking prick. And the thing is, I think the biggest problem to take away from that game and various other games is with possession we're not creating anything. Like, and all of our creative players like Willie and Hudson-Odoi, even Mount this game didn't do much. Even Tammy's like not done anything. And why with possession are we shit? Well, we need to figure that out.
Even though you've done all right, I think the fact that you finally. And it feels weird to go back. It feels like ages ago, but you lost Hazard. He was the biggest goal scorer, the biggest creator, the biggest dribbler.
Yeah.
The biggest. Yeah. He had the most shots, most dribbles, most assists, most goals. Like,
100%.
And to replace him with 19-year-old Mason Mount, who I don't think is shit, but I think he's out of form and should go away for a little bit. Not on loan, just to the bench.
Yeah.
Because
you're 100% right. I wrote it down in my notes. It's just in these games where we had possession, we would have passed it to Hazard and he just would have fucking ran at them.
Yeah, well, that's where you need.
You know what I mean? And tried to do something. And to be fair,
replace get a replacement.
Well, how do you replace Hazard? Name me a replacement.
Well, you don't replace him.
It's not Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe.
No, but hear me out. You don't replace him. But this season, Pulisic, when he's had the ball, he's ran at them. Not as successful, you know what I mean, and not as good, obviously, but he's done that. Yeah, you know what I mean. He's not playing. No, he didn't play. He's injured.
Oh well.
No, he's injured. Sure. And Callum Hudson-Odoi can do that, but ever since his injury, he's been a bit shy almost on the ball.
Callum Hudson-Odoi will fade.
You think? I don't know. I think he has it in him, and he just needs to find it again. I think the injury hurt him bad.
Player. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi will be an Andros Townsend level player eventually. I think he'll settle potentially like Southampton.
Well, it's in his hands now. He can either carry on going up and just meet the expectations that were put on him, or like Andros Townsend did. But also, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is injured still, and last season when he came on and when he played, he'd just turn and run at the players, the defence, and we missed someone like that to bring on or to even start.
I don't understand is, I don't think you can deny it. Mason Mount is poor defensively, and I'm not as a great. He shouldn't have to have that much defence, but he's when he played for England, he was utterly terrible at covering for unlike Barkley and Ali and even Lingard, who are quite aggressive in the defensive.
Yeah.
So if he's not creating, he's literally he's
not doing anything.
He provide nothing for the game, which is a massive issue. And someone
100%.
needs to drill into him just to, I think, spend spells of the game being a little prick. Which is what we want what you need from midfielders.
Yeah.
Even if they're attacking.
But you can always. I guess it's always the excuse at Chelsea right now. But he is young. He will learn that, and he can learn that. So probably. I think that's just something he needs to bring into his game, isn't it?
And Tammy's out of form as well. And I don't think Tammy's a bad player at all, but he doesn't look in form at all.
No one looked in form in this game though. I think it's hard to judge after this game.
Scored in a while, it's been a while.
No, he scored 2 games ago or a game ago. He's still scoring. He's not scoring as much as he did at the start of the season, but he's still scoring every other game.
It's that problem of creating it. He's not going to bag if he's not got those players.
Yeah, no, he's very much score in the box kind of guy, and we were like just pissing about outside the box for like 90 minutes.
I mean,
So do you reckon you'll actually sign anyone?
Say again, sorry.
Do you reckon you'll actually sign anyone?
I said it last week. I don't know because there's all these rumours, but nothing's actually coming out from the club. Is there? Like obviously Cavani's now on the table, which I don't know it'd be strange. I think if we got Cavani.
I don't think you'll get Cavani. I think that's a United signing.
But I'd love. Cavani.
Yeah, I think it is as well. I think.
But
you say you'd love it, but all I can see is Radamel Falcao in disguise.
Yeah, that's why I don't want him. I like.
You both had him, of course. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, just I don't know. There's a reason he's not playing for PSG, and let's be honest, it's not. If you're a professional athlete who's very fucking good at football, it's not that difficult to get into a French team. Maybe that's doing it a disservice, but.
I mean, he has got Mbappe and Neymar
Well, it's
around
Icardi
him. That's
that's
kind of making it
disgracing.
harder,
They
isn't
bought
it?
Icardi in and.
Yeah, but Icardi like somehow just started banging them in, didn't they? Like,
I mean, somehow Icardi's a great player, but like.
I guess he's a prick, isn't he? So you kind of forget about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. All I was gonna say was. Oh bollocks! Oh no! There's the fact that you realise you've already lost tonight, right? You've already lost. Because I know you liked it and you put a little love heart up, and I want you to win because it's Arsenal. It's the rare occasion want Chelsea to win, but stupid. Why did they put Tammy's quote up? Don't put that up. I know you put a little blue love heart. Do you see it, Adam?
That's what you want to hear from your players. You don't want to hear,
but
you want to hear that from them. You want to hear that fight from your players.
Do you hear what he said, Adam?
It's sort about. Go on, tell me.
We want to take our anger out.
We have to take our anger out on Arsenal.
Yeah, and then someone subtweeted it saying...
No, I'm sorry. If Kane said that, you would have wanked over it a couple times now. Nah, I'm sorry. If Kane would have said that, you would have wanked a couple times by now.
Because I support Tottenham.
You want the players
I
to
support
say.
Tottenham. So as soon as a player goes... Even if Harry Kane went out and went, you know what, it's time to take our anger out against Gillingham, I'd be like, Kane, no!
No, well, that's because you're a Tottenham fan. You think this first. But for me, he said that, and I was like, "Fucking come on!" It'll get the players riled up, and it'll get the fans riled up, and it's at home, so the fans that are going tonight will be fucking buzzing.
I don't know. I'm just saying it's a risky game.
Nah, it's risky, of course, but Arsenal is shit, and I know we are as well. But like, and it's another London thing. We had that history of like. Literally a couple weeks ago when we beat them 2-1 with a late minute goal. Like, when he said that, I was amazed. A late minute goal. I was gassed, and I think you're just thinking that because you're a Tottenham fan.
No, I'm not.
When
I would
things
never
like that
want
happen.
my team to directly, aggressively out the next game I'm playing.
I'm on Jay's side with, to be fair, you know.
Okay.
Mate, when your player says that, it gets you gassed up, and obviously you can get built up to get knocked down even harder, of course. But when you get built up and then you win, that's great. So
all three of our teams need something like that. We all need a bit of a kick up the arse, don't we, really? And if that's what's going to do it, let it be. So we'll see tonight, won't we? Maybe he'll eat his words, but
yeah, hopefully not. All right. Well, we haven't spoke about it a lot, and I guess we don't have to speak about it a lot. But do you want to say anything about Spurs Watford, Josh?
Yeah, it was. I'm not angry about it because this is one of the few things that does work in football. But have you seen the goal line technology?
Yeah. Oh, it was. But you can't
I think
not
I have no
laugh.
complaints because that's the rules. And it's fine. And I never have complaints. But however, you're just looking at that and you just kind of go.
Great. Yeah, great. Of course.
Okay.
Of course, yeah, now 100%.
And obviously Deeney should be varying penalties. Like Deeney's one of the best penalty takers in the league. So,
when you got that pen, I was like,
not a pen though. Like if Jan Vertonghen's arm, because it hits his arm while he slides in, and that should be void because if your arm isn't there, you will break your neck on landing.
No, I get 100%. 100%. But again, it goes back to that's the stupid rules at the minute, isn't it?
But whatever.
Yeah, but I get you because he's putting his arm down to fucking
it wasn't
break
down,
his
it was
foot.
actually
I get
up.
that.
But
I remember that now.
At the same time you fall, if he puts his arm down, he'll break his arm because he'll land on his arm. Like your arm has to be up.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know. I think there's a massive case to be made for looking at fouls in the box and bringing in indirect free kicks.
Yeah.
Because do you remember that? Do you remember in the final, Jay, when we had that indirect free kick in the box in for Bless FC?
Yeah. It's
Jeez,
so weird.
Adam, have you ever faced it in an actual match?
No, you know what? You don't see him much anymore. I don't know why.
We ever had one.
Terrifying.
Oh my god! That he was 10 yards away from the box, and we had a wall of 12 men, and he hit the fucking crossbar.
12?
I think it was terrifying.
12. We brought a sub on and put him in front as well.
It was terrifying, Adam. You sat there.
We had the ref in the wall.
This is closer than a penalty, but we're allowed a wall. It's mental.
That's
It
ridiculous.
was
isn't it?
terrible. We're all just.
It's a brilliant time. It's like you sat there going, "Is there a way you can get through us?" Probably. Oh god.
Yeah. Like that's even worse. If he, I can't. Did he score? I can't remember.
No, he missed. He missed because we only got.
But if he did score, how embarrassing that would be with all these
That
in
is
front of the
the
ball and the
worst
goal.
goal to concede that from a shitty little indirect free kick.
Right. So anyway, we're about to hit half an hour. So all I'll say is that Tottenham have actually made a signing. I'm not sure how good a signing this is. It doesn't seem to be about a quality of player signing. He seems good. But he has not been playing for Benfica, and that's apparently because he's got an attitude. But I don't know. But he came on and he looks promising, and it's weird.
Mourinho might like him.
He's just Portuguese, and he has the same agent as Mourinho. That's football now.
They
both
there
have
you go. They're 100%.
the same agent. So apparently, the rumours I've heard is the agent's gone to Mourinho, help me get this kid back on the map. And it's not actually to do with, I don't know. It's so fucking weird. And then I'm looking at people like Oliver Skip in the Tottenham squad, like a really promising English talent, and he must just want to shoot himself. Like, who the fuck is Gedson Fernandez? He's like, he's the new midfielder. I am the midfielder that's not getting a game.
Yeah.
Blame me. No. Sit down, Oliver Skip.
Oh, I'm so happy that Mourinho is at your club. It's well funny.
I don't mind. I'm just in it for the ride now. Premier League shit, football shit. The love of my life left, and his name was Poch.
I thought he was getting personal.
Alright, that's a good place to end.
Yeah.
Imagine the love of my life left. I serve quiche. Alright, it's a good place to end part 2 on, isn't it?
True.
Okay.
Part
1 rather.
Or not, whichever one.
Cool. Right, Adam, you gotta go.
Well, yeah.
No,
well,
he's staying for the FA Cup. Blood.
I can go. I've got a bit of time, but yeah, basically we've got Burnley tomorrow. It's Tuesday today, isn't it? Yeah, Burnley tomorrow. It's Burnley, you know, we should be beating them. I'm gonna say 3-0 United.
I'm gonna say 3-0. I know Burnley are out of form, but they did just come back against Leicester.
Nah, I think. Well,
it didn't happen.
3-1. So we'll see.
3-1, he gave it.
3-1. He's quickly like narrowing the gap. Fair enough. Cool. Well, basically, we're just, as a bit of a side note, you'll have just seen that, but we're just gonna briefly say what our games are, and we'll add in later because there's no point, is there?
Mm-hmm.
So wait, are you gonna put my reaction right there?
Right now.
Yes.
Adam's not doing a video, so I'm here instead. As you can see, he's fucking fuming in these screenshots. Manchester United lost to Burnley 2-0, and it's just really funny. And he's just absolutely refusing to do a video, which says more than it needs to, doesn't it? They just were shit. Burnley got 2 up on them, and that's great for me.
Tottenham Norwich.
Brilliant.
Well, Tottenham Norwich. I reckon it's going to be a fucking terrible game. And
It's going to be 0-0.
honestly, I don't know.
Cliche though.
I reckon we'll get. I reckon you might see the. I'm going to stay positive. I reckon you might see the worst 2-0 win in the history of football.
You know what? I can actually see it. I can see it in the highlights.
Okay, I was wrong. It wasn't the worst 2-0 you could imagine. It was one of the worst 2-1s you could imagine. So, oh well. It was even slightly worse than I predicted, but still 3 points and still a closing of the gap to potential more Champions League places. It was terrible. Son's goal was quite lucky. Maybe he had to be there, so cool. And Dele Alli's, It was good. We had wobbly moments. We gave away a silly pen. There was lots of VAR. It's uninspiring. Vertonghen looks sad. I don't know. It was all right though. And at the time of recording, obviously you'll know what's happened. But it's Manchester United 0, Burnley 1, and we've just passed the 55th minute or something. So it could be worse. Yeah, sorry, Adam. But yeah, it's better than drawing against Norwich, which we've done in the past. So yeah, cool. And we might buy a striker also, actually. Apparently we've agreed someone for 50 million from, he's called Jose, someone. And also Tottenham might be bought by Google, but I don't know, I'll talk about that another time. Who knows? Bye! I literally just recorded that video, and then Burnley's just got their second, so it's 2-0 Burnley. Couldn't write it. See you later. Anyway, Jay, Chelsea
Arsenal tonight, so it'll be. We already briefly mentioned it, and I'm going to give a prediction, and I think it's going to be a scrappy, also shit game, but I'm going to say. I'm going to say 2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1.
So yeah, I was wrong. It was 2-1 for a bit, but now it's 2-2. Oh God, it's always annoying having to look about what you said. Luckily for me, I had the benefit of saving a day, because if I did this last night, I would have been as fuming as Adam is. I just could not believe what was happening. They went down to 10 men, rightfully so, and we score a pen, rightfully so. And surely at that point, we just go at them. We should just absolutely kill that game off. And we didn't. We slowed down almost. We just played awful. And just I don't know, like, we didn't go attacking as much as we should have. We literally had a man advantage, and we didn't look like we did. And it allowed Arsenal to get back into the game, and then the inevitable happened. They scored, and it was great. It was like, for God's sake. And then we get this really good goal from Aspie, and then it was like, okay, 2-1, my prediction's right, get in. And then somehow we just let them score again, and it was come from like Tammy being injured, and so we're like, kick it out, and then second of all we get the ball, we didn't kick it out, so we fannied around with it in our box, and then we lost it, and then we got it back, and we just kind of like this horrible back and forth, and then I think it was so obvious we were nervous, and then Tammy's like the one that has to try and defend, and he's injured, so like Bellerin just gets a pretty easy shot. And to be fair, it was a good shot. It went proper like bottom left, but Kepa could have got to it. I feel like it's not his fault though. I'm getting angry again. I was happy a minute ago. But yeah, we drew. It's annoying, but we did. But luckily, as I said, I had the advantage because I could wait a day, and then, funny enough, United lose to Burnley, and that means we still stay a couple points clear of them. And although Spurs are gaining on us, we had a buffer between them, so we're still fourth somehow. It's just crazy. What's happening? No one knows. But it's great.
Exciting times. Well, were we right? Were we wrong? We'll find out. There's only one thing I do want to mention about... Well, two things I want to mention about this week's of games, actually, which we didn't mention in the first half.
Okay.
And as bad as the Premier League is, it was strangely satisfying to see Tottenham do a turgid shit draw at the start of the day, and then just watch Arsenal take the lead and then let it slip. And then just watch Chelsea lose, and then just watch United clearly gonna always lose, and you just sat there like, oh,
it's actually not that bad. It's not actually that bad because
City drew as well. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
City, you just sat there watching the entire results come in, just going, oh, okay.
But yeah, because I guess your game was first, wasn't it? So it was kind of like, oh shit, and then everyone was like, no, don't worry, it's fine. Yeah,
it fucked me hacker up anyway. I lost a lot of money.
If anyone won an hacker yesterday, then fair play.
Secondly, sorry, go on.
Sorry. No, go.
Well, I was going to say we've got the FA Cup up on the weekend, haven't we?
Oh, in that case, no, I am interjecting you because I've got.
That's why I wanted you to interject me.
Steve Cook. What? Please tell me you saw it.
No.
No.
Steve Cook Oh, what are you doing, boys? What are you doing? This is the greatest moment in the season, and you've missed it. Right, you have to watch this as soon as we stop rolling. We really need to... When things like this happen, we really need to get clued up on them before we start recording, because this is important stuff.
I really want to know what it is now.
Norwich plays a ball in.
Yeah.
I assume bloody... Oh, it would have been Ramsdale. Runs out, punches it clear.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Cook slides in as he does that. So Steve Cook's on the floor.
All right.
The ball then falls to someone, a Norwich player, I don't know, let's say Todd Cantwell for argument's sake.
Okay.
Just outside the box, to which Todd Cantwell places a perfect ball past Ramsdale into the Bournemouth net.
I have seen it.
Yes, you have. However, no, Steve Cook gets up, dives to his left, fingertip saves it onto the post. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Instant red card. Norwich get a penalty.
Oh, man.
Norwich win the game 1-0.
What?
It's beautiful.
I'm
That's
so
why
sad
we
I
watch
missed
football.
that. That is exactly why we watch football. How did I miss that? I was just sad about the weekend, I guess.
Jay, honestly, it's Steve. It is beautiful.
Brilliant.
But you know what it is? That's why this podcast is great, because I'll miss something and I will definitely know about it by the end of the time we film this podcast.
Oh, it's just art, and the fact that he like
That would happen
Steve
on a
Cook had
Sunday, in a Sunday league game.
Steve Cook had a choice. He could either accept the fact that a goal was going in,
Yeah.
or he could make it incredibly likely that a goal would go in via a penalty, and also go down to 10 men. And he went, "Fuck it, woo! Fuck it, woo! Fuck it, woo!" Steve Cook.
Remind me of
It was like the 20th minute as well.
It's not like the 90s.
Like, they had so much more football to play, and he was like, no, goodbye.
Maybe he wanted a rest.
He's just nah, he's like, fuck this. Yeah, so that was all I wanted to say. And then we've got the FA Cup. You're right.
So yeah, we've got the FA Cup, and we've all got pretty mediocre games. You've got Southampton, Josh. We've got Hull. You've got Tranmere, Watford. Am I right, Adam? And there's no point lingering about these games, but I was thinking, do you guys care about the FA Cup this season?
We haven't won a trophy since 2008. I care about the Carabao Cup and we're not in it.
So that was what I wanted to ask, and I think me and Adam briefly mentioned it last week. It's like the FA Cup is something that we're all three of our clubs are still kind of like have a hand in and can go and win. And how desperately do you actually want that? I want to ask you.
I have, as I didn't particularly follow football in 2008, I've never seen my team win a trophy. Just like that one sinking.
Fucking hell, man.
I'm just kidding. We won the Audi Cup. Woo!
And you was ecstatic about that.
Although Ross's wallpaper is still Musa Sissoko lifting the Audi Cup, and it's my favourite thing.
Well, mine used to be Rob Green holding the Europa League, which I love. So you what you're saying
I
is you
deserve
really
this
want
more
it.
than you two, and I don't think you can deny that. I deserve to see my club win a trophy more than you.
I say you deserve it as a fan,
Tottenham
and a lot of fans
deserve
deserve it. I don't know if Mourinho deserves it though.
Mourinho won you a fucking Champions League, you ungrateful.
No, I fucking love Mourinho. A lot of Chelsea fans think he's.
Oh, no, he
dick.
didn't.
No, he didn't. But we won it with him.
He won you a Premier League, you ungrateful prick.
No, I'm not. I love Mourinho, so he's that evil prick that I find it funny. A lot of Chelsea fans hate him, but Pochettino deserves to win a trophy with you guys, and he can't now, which is sad. That's why I said Mourinho doesn't deserve it. Not
Pochettino is going to win the league with PSG, Bayern, and Madrid. It's all fine.
Yeah, but there'll always be that part of him that wanted to win it with you guys.
Yeah, and I wanted him. But you know what, Jay? Sometimes when you're grown up, life doesn't work out.
Well, I'm going to say this, which is going to piss you off as well. But for a long time now, I don't know how many years. This is probably shit, but we've won a trophy every year, so it'd be quite nice to keep that going.
All right. No,
I'm sure Tottenham would win a trophy as well if we had Russian blood money pumping into our club. But hey ho.
You would, yeah.
I think
you missed
obviously
out.
we all want to win it, don't we? And I think probably this year is out of us three is our best chances, because I think Liverpool will throw it.
I believe you're talking to the Champions League finalists.
No, I'm saying I don't think they're asked. I don't think they're asked about the FA Cup. I think the same about City as well. I can see them putting weaker sides out against the clubs they're playing to concentrate more on the league and the Champions League.
Yeah, definitely. I
Alright,
think
you don't have to
City
agree
still
with me,
want that trophy, though. I think because you know how what their City are like, they have been for the past couple of years. They'll want that to just validate their season almost.
I'd like to win it, you know.
But this is
Give me a bit
the
of,
thing. A lot of people write off the FA Cup a lot nowadays, and I still don't understand that because I've always loved the FA Cup growing up.
I didn't see the interview, but I think Guardiola has had a bit of a moan about the Carabao Cup, saying it should be scrapped.
Guardiola?
Well, Guardiola's had a moan. What?
No. About
Wait,
no,
hang on a
about the
minute.
Carabao
Hang on,
Cup.
yeah, no. It's just Guardiola loves the Carabao
He
Cup.
fucking loves it, mate.
Google it. It was on the radio this morning.
Go to the City ground a year ago, and you will see how much they loved it. I will never let this go.
Messenger.
No, Jay, that's what they want. They've won it, and now they want to retain it forever. Because if they abolish it, no one can take their crown.
Of course, you know what? Guardiola's a genius, isn't he? He's a genius.
I'm quoting the news. I'm
Don't
not making it
believe
up.
the news, Adam.
No one's calling you a lot. Why do you think we're calling you? No.
Oh no! Oh, but it shouldn't. The Carabao's a weird one. The League Cup's always been a weird one, but the FA Cup has fucking always will be a great thing. Mama watches going off, great.
Well, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, we've discussed it. It needs to have a change. It needs to involve
7-a-side
Scottish
league.
teams. It needs to be 7-a-side. It needs to be the mystery ball on FIFA 20. Like it needs to be
King of the Hill where they have to stay in the box. Yes, man, that's what it needs. It obviously doesn't need that, but it needs fucking something, doesn't it?
Maybe.
No. Go on, no, say it. Say it. You've got to say it now, Josh.
I don't know. I'm quite tired, and I was going to say they should all. I think I was saying they should be on stilts, but I don't want to.
Right, I need to go, boys.
On stilts.
All right, bye.
I'm
Adam.
actually going.
See you later, Adam, mate.
Right.
It's been a pleasure.
Go on, United. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Norwich. See you later.
So, right, Adam's gone. Is there anything else? Is there anything you want to say about him? I mean, is there anything else you want?
Yeah, Adam's a prick. We want him out. Hashtag Adam out.
We'll tell you what. We'll end by talking about some transfers, shall we?
Let's do it.
Should we do it as a new part? Why not?
I mean, me and Adam did do it last week, so you evidently didn't watch last week's podcast.
I watched half of it. I fell asleep to it, actually. It was quite soothing.
Did you fell asleep listening to me and Adam? Well, but yeah, go on.
I woke up with a erection. No, it's just what God. It's just, you know, like apparently Tottenham have opened talks with Perez about Bale. Apparently Tottenham have inquired about Cavani. Apparently Tottenham won. Who was it from? Apparently, this is the best one I've seen. Tottenham almost had Dybala, but then his £14 million image rights came in, so Tottenham pulled the plug.
Oh.
However, now we're willing to sell Eriksen for like 12 million because he's going to go in for free anyway. So that 12 million will be the image rights, and Dybala is in. It's like, what is going on?
Oh, mate.
Tottenham have just built £1 billion stadium. They're not haggling over, like, I don't know.
Mate. Tottenham it's so mad at the minute. How have you gone from last season to where I thought you were just such a well put together, well drilled, like quite envious of what was going on, to now where it's just gone so.
Well, the weird thing about Tottenham is we're still the best team in the league for off the pitch business.
Yeah.
We are still well run. It's just starting to take a toll on the pitch.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Obviously, yeah. But well, the weirdest one for me was last week I said Ashley Young to Inter and why that's so strange and why I didn't think it was happening. And then I think the next day he's got the face filter with wearing an Inter kit on their story. Like, what is this? Like, what is going on?
It's like, it's not for everyone hashtag or something.
It's not for everyone.
Not for everyone. Yeah, not for everyone. It's like, well...
Well, Inter Milan isn't for everyone, but Ashley Young, it fucking is for him.
Ashley Young loves it.
It is for him. And it is for Moses. That was agreed, wasn't it?
Do you reckon Lukaku cried when he found out that Young was coming?
Please, no.
Oh.
Oh, no. And who else are you going to buy? Lingard's coming.
Victor Moses? No.
I was enjoying my time here.
Don't get me wrong. I might eat my own words, but can you imagine any other league other than Serie A where you're literally like just starting to slip but chasing the title? You're second and pushing Juventus every step of the way. So your thoughts are to buy in Victor Moses and Ashley Young. But
you say this, yeah, but like they're somehow it always works. Well, not always, but it works. Like Smalling at Roma he's doing well, and
Smalling's not 48. Like,
but Moses under Conte at Chelsea was a beast, and that's not too long ago. So I can see that working.
Did he get shunned by Conte or not? Or
no, he was.
Sarri shunned him.
It was Sarri shunned him, and then he went under Sarri. Sorry. That's what happened because we played that 5 at the back under Conte, and it was like that was the thing, and that was always happened, and it was always Alonso and Moses, and then second Sarri came in, and it was his system. Moses just got pushed aside, and he did not give a fuck about it.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, as far at the back, Moses couldn't play anywhere other than a wing.
Well, we'd bring him on.
Specific player, isn't he?
We'd bring him on occasionally as a winger, and that obviously didn't do him too well.
No. Yeah, well, I mean, football.
You know what? Adam said it at the start, and we spoke about football.
We did. We delivered. We did exactly what we said in the tin, and that's all anyone can ask for us.
You're welcome, everyone.
So, you know.
I think we're done now, aren't we, Josh? I think we've run out of things to say.
I'm done. I've literally stood this entire pod, the first half at least. I don't know if you noticed on the video, but I've been drinking a beer in a dressing gown just after finishing work. So that's where I am.
I can't see. I wish I could have saw that.
Well, Jay, now it's just me and you. Let's put the camera back on quickly.
We're about to have a face reveal live on the pod. You know, it's the end of the pod. It never really matters, does it? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Josh. You okay?
This has been me. Today.
Fucking hell, what a place to end it, man.
Tell your father. He might also be a dressing gown wearing alcoholic. And if so, we could bond.
Tell him about this podcast.
I've only had one beer. It's fine. I could drive legally. It's all good.
He's digging a hole. Just keep going.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.